Bullshit blazing, still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new one under you. Soon you will know, we already know the smell of the game. In the toxic created by this world, that is who you are. No silence will sing, I like my beacons sometimes without gravitating sounds on the ground. That is bullshit blazing, still my heart is blazing. If I lose my wings, I don't need a new world under you. Can't feel a thing. We already know the smell of the game. Remember you are blazing, still your heart is blazing. If the world made you, I don't need a new world under you. Soon you will know, we already know the smell of the game. What am I? What am I? What am I?
Mankind knew that they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. But they found beauty in the lives of beasts and couldn't lie to themselves about it.
And this is no part of the world. But no one can blame me. Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world under you. My tribe is my word. Your words will never let me disappear. That is bullshit blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world under you. Soon you will know, we already know the smell of the, know the smell of the, know the smell of the, know the smell of the game.
Alright, guys. Let's just let this finish, and then we'll get started. Meow. Alright. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so Kina is ready for me, so I'm just gonna hop right into the call, and yeah, we'll get started here. So let me join the call now. Hello.
Oh, hello. I didn't realize you joined. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I literally just joined, don't worry. Like, literally just a second ago, so you're good.
Okay, great. I have you as a guest on my stream too. I think, yeah, you appeared once you joined the call. There you go.
Yep. Yeah, you're.
Okay.
I also have you there too. Like, you're like a little square on mine, but
Yeah, I also have you as a little square.
nice.
Okay, great. So, I'm so excited to explain like a bunch of stuff to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I think I should we should probably like wait for a few people to begin. So I'm just gonna ask you like a couple questions.
Sure. Like, did you want to get into a room or a lobby, or how did we want to do this?
That's a good question.
I mean, I'm okay with either. Like you're the one coaching me here, so.
Well,
Whatever's
usually I was just gonna
easiest.
I was thinking of like asking a few questions, and then basically like just go over like some stuff in like the training mode, right? And just like look
okay.
for like, yeah. So the question is, right?
Wait, sorry. So are we going in the training mode now, or I guess where do we want to meet up? Or
Oh,
just-
I mean we meet up in the call, right? So we're gonna go in
Well,
like our own training modes, right?
Oh, okay. Okay. Like, sorry, I meant like in the game.
Oh, I think it's better for me to explain a few things before, like, if we are gonna play, but if that is if we're gonna play, right? Because my idea was I was just gonna explain a lot of concepts to you, right?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that whatever works.
Right. So
Okay.
the question is, right? Is what do you what do you struggle with the most against your opponents?
Here, should I just? Sorry for my. Sorry, I'm not trying to dodge your question. I'm just trying to figure out how to set up stream here. Like, should I just
go.
should I just stream what you're streaming to me right now, like so people on
You
my
can.
end can see it? Okay.
Yeah, for sure you can.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to set up the full screen here. So.
Yeah, for sure, me lecturing is just gonna be a lot of yapping for like a decent bit, but it is a lot of material that we are gonna go through that's very important.
What do I struggle with? Like, a lot. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've already seen some of the common mistakes that I make, like wake up super, for instance. That's like one of my biggest mistakes that I make like all the time. It's almost like it's almost like a muscle memory thing at this point, and it's not good.
So that means that tells me that you struggle defensively because you don't understand like more defensive options. So so since you answer that question, let's go over our defense, right?
Okay.
So what does Siegfried have on defense? Like for if you have 100 meter and you have everything cooldown and you have all your crystals.
What is it? Okay, I'm sorry. Like, I went full screen and it keeps like going off full screen.
Oh.
I don't know if that's an issue on my end or what, but okay. In terms of what Siegfried has on defense, that I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, also,
let's go over your options then. So, your options are, well, obviously you have the big DP, right? That's invincible.
Right? Yeah, so, wait. I'm sorry, I don't mean to, like, keep interrupting and stuff, but I use heavy DP a lot, but I feel like that's another place I struggle where I don't use it, like, optimally, and usually I use it, like, in neutral, and then I end up missing, and then I get punished for it.
Yeah, but the thing is just like DP is definitely one of your like defensive options. It's probably Siegfried's like best, like one. It's the strongest DP in the game, right? But obviously you don't want to
Yeah.
throw it out whatever because, if your opponent actually understands that you're DPing a lot and blocks it, then you're gonna be taking a whole lot of damage, obviously, right?
Yeah, and that's what keeps happening to me.
But the thing is that Siegfried having that big DP option makes people respect him more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that people are less likely, especially when they're on low health or they don't want to give up their turn, or when they want to give up their turn so they can block your DP. It's very threatening.
Yeah.
So that means that you're allowed to take your turn back because they gave up their turn. You gotta think of it that way. If your opponent is preparing to block your DP, that means they're blocking.
Okay.
If they're blocking, that means what you can do is you can mash.
But wait, you just mash,
You're
but
gonna
there.
love this next move.
Oh my god, this is driving me crazy. Why does it keep not going full screen for me? There we go.
You're gonna love this next move.
Okay, sorry. But yeah, like I just saw you mash, and like yeah, they're
Yeah,
blocking. So like, how do you like break through their defense?
that is a good question. That is completely the other thing we're talking about is offense, right? You have, but first on defense, I just want to clear it up. You have mash, you have DP, but if you're unsure of either, right? Because your opponent could know that you're gonna mash because you kept mashing or something, and you can't guess right forever. There's an option that covers that's very strong, that doesn't have many bad, like it's not. It can be punished, but it's really hard to punish, and it's really safe. And that option is
What's
Brave
that?
Counter.
Brave.
I
Oh
personally
yeah,
say-
like
Yeah, Brave Counter is very strong because you can just wait and block, and then you can Brave Counter to get onto the corner, right? So for example, like if Cheetah's constantly like running offense on me and then like pausing a little bit, I could probably like Brave Counter, get out of the corner.
But question. What do you do if you're in the corner and you don't have any BPs? Then what?
Well, then that's the thing. If you don't have any, you just have to play the guessing game between them. It's like, am I gonna DP or am I gonna mash? Are you gonna block or are you gonna like? You have to like play the mental game, right? It's rock paper scissors. If you think they're gonna go and meet you, if you think they're just like constantly 6XLing you, putting on you aggro, you can consider DPing. But if they're like pausing between their pressure and like trying to see what you're gonna do, that's like a better like place to just mash because every time they pause, you can mash.
I see.
Like, but the thing is, you can't be hesitant. If you're hesitant, what's gonna happen is their delayed buttons is gonna catch you. So you have to literally call it out by just taking your turn back immediately. Your mash options could be 6XL, right? 2M Fireball, something like that, right? To like take your turn back. And that's like stuff you can do on defense, right? It's just you can Brave Counter, you have DP, you can mash, you can, try to take your turn back, look for what their pressure is. You can, if they're hesitant about like pressuring you, you can like take your turn back. Right?
Okay.
And that's like, I think that's like some of the core defense. It's like that's especially mashing because people a lot of the time try to bait DP, right?
Yeah.
There's especially against Siegfried. And that's where mashing becomes really strong because if you're able to catch them mashing, like you're able to like catch like a low or something because they're walking back, blocking your DP or something, or like they're trying to delay a button, you can catch them early, right? What you can do is you can convert into Raging Strike. And that allows you to reposition yourself.
My biggest problem though, again, this goes back to the problem I have with like heavy DP or supers, right? I tend to use my BPs just kind of whenever. So
Okay.
I guess I don't know when's a good time to use those. So usually, like, these are great things you're showing me, but the issue is I just use my BPs so carelessly that I just don't have them to be able to do these things.
Now that's the thing, right? Brave Counter is a strong option, yes. But it's a resource that get 3 per round. That means that you don't want to be using them like, oh, this is a 6XL. I blocked the 6XL mid-screen and I'm going to BP it because there's no threat here. Like, for example, if Jita is 6XLing you, right? This does no chip damage, right? This does nothing. It just pushes you back and it
Yeah.
pushes you out, right? For example, like this is nothing to be afraid of, right? Because like
Yeah, it's
at the end of the day, unless like Jita is like constantly doing like this, which you can mash out of by the way, but obviously it's kind of hard to call it out. But you have the option of BP. It's just you want to use it in a better place, like corner, right? Or like some crazy offense that you can't handle. So mostly in corner, right? And that's where BP comes in the most.
So you were saying I should only use it in the corner, or?
Obviously not. For example, right? You have Jita in the corner, right? You lost your turn, right? Jita's pushing out, right? This is like another situation where you can spend one of your bravery points. Because Jita's pushing out, you can spend one of the BPs to keep them in the corner. And that's also another like situation, right? It's like how much value is this brave point gonna get me? That's what you want to get. It's like I want to maximize the value of this brave point, right? Because it's gonna make me take more damage, so I should optimize how I use my brave points. And that means that, like, for example, if you're in some crazy setup, you're like they're safe jumping you in the corner, or something like that, right? You can consider using it. Now, another good habit to build is block a little bit after you brave counter and don't immediately like take your turn back, right? This what could happen is they could just dodge. And yes, you're negative when they dodge your brave counter, but only -2. So if they like run offense on you, you can still block.
I see.
And you won't get no escape thrown either. You can just you can prepare to tech a throw as well, because that might be what they do. But you can tech throws, you can block if they dodge your brave counter. So it's extremely safe. Brave counter is like extremely safe. There's only a few characters with certain options that can beat it, like for example Zeta's parry, Lucilia's teleport, etc. Right? There's only a few characters that can actually beat that like completely. So you just need to be wary of those options existing, and then for most of the time though, brave counter is extremely safe.
Yeah, my biggest problem as well with brave counter is like I use it in the corner a lot, but they'll just like come back and do it again, and then I have to use it again. So like I guess I don't know how to deal with situations like that.
Well, obviously, like when you get brave countered, right? You gotta push out of the corner if it works, right? So if you get brave countered, and I mean, if you hit a brave counter, right? You gotta push out, right? And the thing is, it's like you're in their face now. They might brave counter back. That's the thing, right? So it's like if they keep brave countering back, you can like kind of like shimmy them, like walk back and forth, and just bait out like something, right? That's one strong option because shimmy is actually really strong, right? For example, like if you're here, like this is like the usual brave counter range, right? You can just shimmy and see what happens. And if they don't do anything, continue your pressure. If they brave counter you back, obviously it's like you gotta deal with it.
Yeah, wait. So, okay, this is really dumb, like a dumb question, and I know I've heard this term before, but what do you mean by like shimmy?
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. This is gonna be mind blowing to you. Okay.
Probably will be, yeah.
Okay. So when your opponent is taking a throw, they have to press throw, right? So like, see this? This is a tech, right? Whenever you
yeah, so I know that. I know like when they're trying to throw you, you do it at the same time so they don't throw you, yeah?
Yeah. So this thing, backdash right here, has throw invincibility.
Okay.
So if you run up to someone and you just backdash in their face, if they press throw at that time, they will whiff the throw. And when you whiff the throw, you're -32, while this is only -18. So that means you have 18 frames to punish someone for throwing. That literally means this button will hit. But it's preferred to press 2M because it's quicker.
Yeah. Also, somebody asked in my chat, Like,
Oh my god, I
does
got
that
raided by
mean
Shiro.
does that mean to complement DPs with mashing or brave counter?
Complement DPs by mixing between mash and brave counter. When you feel like you can mash, you can mash. But if you're unsure, that's the best time to brave counter, because brave counter is a middle ground between mash and unsure. And DP.
Oh, okay.
So because you either DP or you mash, right? Or obviously you can block if you don't want to go for a risk. But if you do
Yeah.
want to get out of the offense, right? You have DP and mash, and if you choose the block, you have an extra option between that block is brave counter.
I see.
So DP and mash complement each other because they force respect. Well, brave counter is just if you choose the block, it's an external option that lets you get out even on block. So
I see.
the true options here is just DP, mash, or block, right? But because of brave counter existing, you can brave counter. But the thing about brave counter is you don't want to like constantly use it. You don't want to spam it. You want to save it. You want to savor it for really bad situations, right? It's better to mash than to brave counter because you get more reward off mashing if you hit it right.
Yeah.
But brave counter is safer because you also explode if you're caught mashing. But at the same time, DP will kill anyone who is like trying to meaty you. So that, but if they respect the DP, it'll let you mash. So it's like, do they respect the DP? Am I able to mash? Can I condition them to make it so that I am allowed to mash? If you're depending on your opponent adapting to you, right? If you're dying because of DP too much, that means you're not mashing enough. You should tell yourself that. If you're dying because of mash, that means you're not DPing enough.
Well, I don't know. Like, I'm conflicted on that because I feel like I do DP a lot, like heavy DP, but like I said, the problem is I tend to just use it whenever. I don't really like use it probably when I should, and then obviously they block it or
I mean, obviously don't use your DP from like a mile away because there's no threat, right? If they're in your face, that's when you can consider it, right?
Yeah, I tried doing that though, but I feel like I always get caught.
Yeah, if you're getting caught, that means that they're expecting you to DP. That means that you should be mashing instead.
What happens if they, like, catch me on the mat? Like, I feel like no matter what I do, I'm just... Like, my opponent just always ends up catching me. Like, whether I try to DP or mash
you're playing rock, paper, scissors. You can't guess right forever, right? You can only make guesses based on how your opponent plays. If your opponent blocks multiple of your DPs, that means you should not be DPing.
Yeah.
If you're hesitant, you can block and brave counter, but if you're sure that they're gonna block your DP, you can mash to take your turn back. And if you ever get a hit off the mash, usually I mash 2L, because if I catch them with a low while they're walking back, I can convert into Raging Strike.
I see.
And Raging Strike allows me to reposition myself, right? Like, this is the most simple, probably, like, combo. Just taking them to the other corner. For Siegfried, right? You just fist Raging Strike into, like, that.
Sorry, what was that first? I didn't catch that. Was that, like, a light mash?
Yeah, you just mash light, and then you convert into Raging Strike, right? And then you get, like, something. Now, obviously, there's more optimal combos, but that's, like, super easy. That can't get easier.
Also, sorry, there's a few things from my chat. I think they said apparently that they can't hear me on your chat, and...
Oh, I see now, I see now.
Yeah, and then Brick says you really need to DP once against your opponent. Like, what does that mean?
Oh, okay,
like,
that makes...
Like, why once?
Okay.
Like, just to keep them guessing?
Yeah, if you DP, right? If you DP someone, and if you don't present the option of DP and you just mash, they will forever meet you. You need to DP at least once to, like, let them know you will DP.
Yeah, just letting him know that it is something I can do. Yeah, like...
It's a threat, basically. It's like, you do this, I'm gonna DP you. Yeah, now guess. Now guess, because, like, I'm gonna DP, and and I'm gonna like you're gonna have to guess if I'm gonna DP or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna put the threat out there. Like that's the mental stack, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like if I never DP, then they know that I'm never gonna DP. And they can just like run offense for free. You gotta let them know that they don't get to run offense for free.
Oh, okay. So that's why Brick says that. All right.
Yeah, no, that's one big important thing, right? But obviously, defense it's a lot to handle because it's a lot of rock paper scissors. But obviously, if you don't want to make a risk, you can always just block until you find the chance. Like once your opponent like hesitates, or once your opponent like gets pushed out, or once your opponent like does something that's like bad, right? You can block to see their offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you catch them just walking because they can't open you up because you're just blocking,
Yeah.
or like if they're trying to go for a throw, you can mash out because throw they can't throw you if you're mashing. Throw only works if your opponent is blocking. If your opponent is just mashing, they can't throw you. At the same time, you don't want to mash when someone's gonna frame trap you. So the best way to do it is there's something called fuzzy mash.
Next move.
Okay?
I've heard the term, but I guess
It's the
explain it
same
to me
thing
like I'm
as-
5.
So you know delay teching, right?
Yeah, I know delay
You're gonna
teching.
love this next move.
It's delay teching, but you mash.
Oh, so you like delay the mash.
Mash. Yeah, it's called a fuzzy mash because
Why do they call it a fuzzy mash?
it's basically it's a mash where if your opponent is frame trapping you, you will block, but if your opponent is going for a throw, you will mash.
Oh, okay.
So the thing about this is first it's a good option,
This next move.
but it's also a bad option. It's a double-edged sword, right? Because you're delaying your mash. That means if your opponent just delays their button, you'll get exploded.
Okay.
So it's a double-edged sword. So
Yeah.
the only way to do it is just if they're constantly going for throws, right?
This next
And you
move.
don't know when, you can try to commit a fuzzy mash, which is basically you press slightly after their frame trap if they were gonna frame trap. And then sometimes it would catch. And if you do catch, usually it's like a far light because usually when you fuzzy mash, you're on a quick button, right? So if you ever get it, you can convert it into Raging Strike, right? And that's the thing. And that allows you once again to reposition yourself because Raging Strike is broken in this game.
Yeah. It is pretty broken.
Yeah, because every time you land a Raging Strike, you get to reposition yourself, and it's always in your favor because you get to combo and then do whatever. Right?
Yeah.
And that's like
So-
the strong suit of Raging Strike. It's just if you mash out, mash is an option, right? If you don't want to block offense forever, DP, mash is all the and block and brave counter are all the options, right?
Mm-hmm.
And don't let that just be all the options. I'm gonna teach you every defense option. Do you want to know what else against like opponents who are running strike throw offense against you? You have obviously. Let's just say they're gonna throw you. Now, there's a few
Okay.
ways to tech a throw, right? You can, you know, you can tech the throw. You can button tech the throw, right? Which is like you get a button tech, so it prevents shimmies, right? Which is just like if someone runs a backdash and like shimmies you, or like shimmy. There's another way to commit a shimmy, which is called a instead of a backdash shimmy, I call this one a just like like wiggle wiggle. I call this one wiggle wiggle because it's funny.
Wiggle wiggle?
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
basically, you condition your opponent to tech by doing a tick throw, which is basically a close light into a throw because you're so plus. It's a tick throw,
Mm-hmm.
right? You condition your opponent to do tech because of that, and then you just walk forward, walk back, wiggle wiggle. See this? Or don't backdash because
Wait,
it'll put
so-
you out of range. Walk
you
forward, walk back.
So you walk forward, mash, and walk back?
No, you if you ever land a close light, you can condition with a tick throw, right? And then you do the same thing, but you walk forward, you walk back, and then you press heavy.
So, wait, so you walk up, walk back, and hit heavy?
Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay.
So the strong suit about this is this not only catches delay text, but also catches fuzzy mash. So your opponent is fuzzy mashing, this will counter hit.
Now, when you say walk back, do you mean do a backdash or just walk back normally?
Walk back. See this? See my stream?
Yeah, I have your stream up on mine.
Yeah, see what I'm doing? Like this.
Yeah.
So the reason why you want to walk forward is because you want your opponent to think that you're going to throw them. The reason why you walk back is because you walk out of throw range. Like that.
I see.
Because your opponent is conditioned to tech. If they're teching this throw every single time, or if they just tech this throw, that means that tells you that they're teching, which means that you can try something like this.
Yeah, so you can catch them on the tech throw.
But aside from that, I'm gonna finish off defense before I get to offense because that's getting into offense, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
So obviously you can button tech, right? Which is another thing, it's just mashing a button to tech. It leaves you -6, but it beats out shimmies because if you're mashing a button and they're shimmying, you can catch them. But that won't work all the time depending on which button you press. If you press far light, it has a better chance of beating a shimmy than a down light, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
You might get caught by the shimmy into a button if you're just pressing down light because it might whiff, right?
Yeah.
So that's another thing, obviously. And you can also get a delayed button because a button tech is also kind of like a fuzzy mash, or a delayed button will catch you. Now there's a few more options, like backdash. Remember, backdash has throw invincibility. If you backdash when they're trying to throw you, if you predict it, you can actually make them whiff a throw and kill them for it. Right? And backdash macro helps with a lot because you can just hold back and press dash macro, and they'll give you a backdash. Right? So that's one way to call it out. And the one more other one, which is another good option to call out, is jump. Jump has throw invincibility. Because they can't throw you in the air if they're on the ground. Right?
I see.
So if they're gonna throw you, you can jump out, and then there you go. Now, see, with Siegfried, you can jump out and press medium, and now this is your turn, and they're in the corner. If you call out their throw. If you call it out, you can jump out of the corner.
I see.
So that's like the multiple options that you can get out of the corner. You can either block, DP, mash, or wait for them to like see that you're blocking so long that they're gonna come and throw you. You can call it out and use the multiple options to call out throw to get out of the corner.
You're gonna love this
Yeah.
move.
So basically there's that option or the brave counter, right?
Yeah, and then there's brave counter. So depending on how you want to run your defense, depending on how your opponent runs their offense, you can use different kinds of counterplay to notice their habits. If they're throwing you a lot, you can backdash, you can jump. If they're just, and you can mash if they're throwing you a lot, because mash beats out throw because they have to actually run up to you to actually throw you. Right?
Yeah.
And then if they're just constantly mashing buttons and like not respecting, you can or just constantly throwing you. DP is also another option that beats out those too. Right? So you have your options.
Yeah.
See? So now it's just you have to use them correctly by throwing them out at the correct time. Now that comes with matchup experience and knowledge, and also understanding your opponent, how they play, and then you have to use these at the correct moment. Because obviously, if you guess wrong, especially if you're not blocking, you guess wrong, you explode.
Yeah. But it's
So
like
yeah, every option comes with a risk, but every option also comes with a reward.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like you said. It's like you can't guess right all the time.
You can't guess right all the time, but the more you use one option, the more likely the opponent will try to counterplay that option. Which means that you should start using other options. If you're constantly using DP, they might be more hesitant, and that means that you get more chance to mash.
Yeah, because
if you're constantly mashing, that means, well, they might just kill you for it, and so you can DP instead.
Yeah, because I think one of my biggest issues too is that I usually just sometimes tend to autopilot and kind of use the same option like over and over, and then obviously, I get punished for it.
Yeah. No, that's the thing, right? You gotta think about your options before you throw them out.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're trying to win, right? And, like,
Yeah.
most likely, like, tournament settings, that's gonna be, like, where things are, like, kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, for sure. But those are basically all the like basic defense options. There's like some more specific ones I don't exactly remember, but those are the ones I use the most and I find most effective. And those are the ones I told you,
And
right? And
well, do those only apply
those
in the corner, or is that everywhere?
it's kind of everywhere because like if your opponent is running offense and constantly throwing you in mid screen, it's the same thing. It's like, can you guess right? Like if your
Yeah.
opponent is also running offense and you don't know, you can block, DP, brave counter, mash, jump, whatever, right? Backdash. So it's not even just in the corner; it's mid screen too, right? It's just
Mm-hmm.
are you able to call your opponent for your options? Because obviously, if they're just seeing you block their offense forever, they gotta try something else, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, they might shimmy you, like bait you to actually tech throws. So you gotta also think about that too. Are they gonna bait me? If they bait you once at least, I'd say that's like sometimes like where you gotta start thinking like, do I want to block? Because shimmy doesn't work if I'm just blocking,
Yeah.
right? And every time they call it, and the thing is, you can mash on shimmies too. If they're just like walking back and forth, you can just mash them. And if they backdash, it's your turn. If they fail to call it out, right? Then it's your
Mm-hmm.
turn. Because they're negative 18. See? So yeah, it's like, you gotta understand your opponent might want to run offense on you. You gotta understand how they run offense on you. Then you choose options that beat those, options.
I see.
Also, Siegfried's stupid DP beats out most shimmies. Like, or beats the shimmy, but it does
Yeah.
not beat the
It's...
block forward and block back one. So you gotta be wary of that one too. But yeah, no, this DP is dumb. Very dumb.
Are there like any use cases for
You're
the
gonna
light
love
or
this
the
next
medium
move.
DP? Or do you recommend using the heavy one more, like pretty much all the time?
Medium is faster cooldown. Light, I'm not sure. It's more of a combo ender.
I see.
And heavy is just like anti-airs. Because the medium one is air blockable. Blockable. But I think you can do something like this. Wait, hold on. Does Siegfried get this?
Oh, so you do like a 2H and into medium,
Oh, see?
right?
Hold on. No, 2H into light, into... Wait, hold on. I just got it,
No,
too.
you're good.
What the? Why is it not working? See?
Oh,
You get a small combo like that.
wow, I didn't know you could do that.
It's off, not counter hit. It's lights only, though. But yeah, this applies to every Shoto.
Oh, every Shoto
But
can do that?
Yeah, every Shoto can do that.
Wow.
See that? I'm not really good at it, but
No, it's
I mean, it's
okay.
not really that great, to be fair, because there's probably better options to do.
Yeah,
Like that.
I usually do that one, the one you just did, with the heavy.
I'm actually curious. I think it's like specific height as well. I don't think Siegfried has it that great, but you get some options. I mean, most of the time I just automatically pilot into this,
Yeah.
which is probably better, but that's the only thing I can think of when light DP comes to mind.
Okay.
Light DP doesn't really have that much of a use. Medium, though, medium doesn't anti-air. What the?
Uh-oh.
No. If I have them blocking.
Yeah.
See, that doesn't anti-air, but the heavy one does. Or what the? See ya? So
Huh.
this is better as an anti-air, well this is better as a reversal if you want faster cooldowns.
I see.
So you can use it as like a grounded reversal, well this is more of an anti-air. So does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So preferably, if you're gonna use it just to like get out of corner or like call them out for offense, this one's the go-to.
I see. All right. Yeah,
But
because
obviously there is different frame data as well. See, negative or plus 15. Well, this one is plus. Let me see how plus 26. So you get more plus frames as well, and more pushback.
like if you're up close, you mean?
No, like for example, if they're in your face. Like this one has more pushback, more plus frames.
Oh. But
Well,
if
this
but
one
if but
just
if
like,
they're in the air, then it's not there's not as much, right?
well, no, it's just this one gives more plus frames if it hits and more pushback, so it allows you to get out of the corner better.
You're gonna love this.
Wait, I'm
So,
confused.
this-
Didn't you do the same thing like for both of those
You're
or
gonna love
No, look at the frame data.
I know. How did you do that one?
It's the medium one.
Oh, okay. So the medium one's plus 15 and the heavy is plus 26.
Yeah, and this one gives more pushback and more
alright.
damage.
Okay.
Fight by the book.
So it really depends on which one you want.
The only problem
You're gonna love this next
or
move.
I see heavy DP as very high risk, high reward because like I said, I've whiffed it a lot. And anytime
Well,
I
the
whiff
thing is,
it
This also is death on block, and if you whiff
yeah.
it's also death on block. Doesn't matter because
Holy
it's a
shit.
DP,
Yeah.
Back in the earth.
right? Death on block. So you gotta be wary about how you use your DPs. I think heavy DP is more rewarding, but reminder, heavy DP has a way longer cooldown. Cause look
Messager.
at that
Oh
cooldown.
yeah, that's a really long cooldown.
Yeah, no, but medium one,
Fight by the book.
And that's
All right.
yeah, that makes sense. And then obviously the light's probably very short cooldown.
I mean, to be fair, the medium one should be used if you want them to be more scared because the DP comes back faster. But if you should, but if you don't think that you should be DPing a lot in the first place, you should use heavy one because it makes you DP less basically.
Back in the earth.
But I mean, hey, it's just a preference really at most of the time. But
It's
that does
true,
have a faster
yeah.
cooldown.
Yeah.
It's mostly just a preference though.
I feel like I was gonna ask something, but I forgot. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll come back to me.
I think I've covered defense
going.
quite a bit. Obviously, one more thing about your defense is if your opponent like whiffs a button, right? You can always just whiff punish them.
Like how?
Let's go.
Like for example, if your opponent's just like they whiff like a button like this, you can mash to take your turn back.
Like just with any follow up?
No, like preferably like you have a button like 2M. Because when they whiff like something like this, they're -17, it's your turn.
Yeah.
So you just need to catch if they're whiffing or not. And if you see them whiffing, you can press a button. Right? And that allows you to take your turn back. Like if you see them whiff, you can 6XL, you can press a button. You can like 2M, fireball, whatever. 2M, this, I don't know. Choose your options. Like whatever you want, or just 2M nothing and like
basically-
6XL.
So basically if they miss, you can just really use
Take your turn back if you take your turn back if you see them miss, yes.
Yeah.
But that's if you react in time. Right? That's only if you react in time.
Like how long do you have to react?
Well, 17 frames. Depending on how much they whiff. Like, see, like 17 frames?
Yeah.
Like, or like, let's just take a look. Each character is different. 17, or ignore that. 28, 35,
Your move.
44. Right? You have that much time to react.
Yeah.
18 is like 1/4 of a second. This is like 15 frames is like 1/4 of a second. So you have 1/4 of a second to react. So if you can react, that's good. If you can't, no one blames you. You don't have to mash every time. But that's just
Yeah.
something. Usually though, the human reaction time is around 20 something frames. So the best way to do it is there's a way is just fuzzy mashing. Because if they whiff and you fuzzy mash, what's gonna happen is you already delayed that mash, so you're gonna catch them.
I see.
So fuzzy mashing once again comes back to fuzzy mashing, right? So that's like the multiple options. But yeah, fuzzy mashing does cover whiffing. It does. So yeah, that's one nice thing about fuzzy mash. But obviously, remember, fuzzy mash is a double-edged sword. Anyways, I think I've covered enough defense.
Yeah.
Let's move on to offense. Now this is where things get fun. This is where things get really fun.
All right. Sounds good.
So
I like
let's take a
fun.
look at Siegfried. Right? Siegfried got lots of options. Like this is why I mean fun. Siegfried, oh my god, EX Fireball. Let's freaking go, right? Easy, easy
Yeah.
like neutral skip. You don't want to play neutral? EX Fireball, right?
Question.
EX Fireball 66L, and there you go. You're in their face already, right? Plus frames. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So, another bad habit I have is, I agree. X Fireball is great, but you know, obviously since they made it a lot shorter with the one of the most recent patches,
Alrighty.
and I usually tend to use it like too far away. So like, what's the optimal distance, or like
Actually,
where's the best option for using that?
it's around like round start range,
Eyes on your foe.
So
or like slightly back than that. Yeah, like around there.
I see.
So one backdash away, probably. Yeah, one backdash away from round start range.
Already.
But the thing is, you don't want to just throw out EX Fireball nowadays, because it's not actually that strong. It's just good.
Foe.
But that doesn't mean you should
Yeah.
constantly throw it out, right? Because at the one point you'll need it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's a few options that covers. Like Siegfried is very threatening. He can threaten from all the way from here. With a
Yeah.
low. Now this is stupid. Because like you can just walk back and forth, catch your opponent lacking, and boom. Now you get, if this does hit, so block switching, you get to like just get in on them. Catch your opponent lacking, free get in. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing, right? So this is a very strong option to throw out at neutral. That's like a very strong offense, very safe if you space it well, right? Like, look at this. There's no A-frame
Yeah.
button that's gonna punish you from that. Like, no.
I usually
what?
use that a lot, but I feel like I use it too far away, so it doesn't like
Think fast.
confirm.
Yeah. Now, obviously, this is just one of the options. If your opponent does
Yeah.
respect that and try to block it, right? We can do it. So you can 6-6L, and that's where your offense really starts. The 6-6L is just so strong. Like, if you're a Siegfried player and you're not using the hell out of 6-6L, I don't know what you're doing.
Well, I guess I don't know what I'm doing then, because I don't use it like at all or as much as
Yeah,
I
no.
should.
You should use it like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
this 6-6L is so good. Like, I don't even know. Like, you should just be crazy with that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so coming to offense, right? You have your plus frames, your lights, right? Your lights are plus, right? And that builds up respect, right? But remember, right? This, right? This is a really good button. It's -3 though. That means it's not your turn. But the thing is, right? Even if it's only -3, you can threaten with a frame trap, right? Like this, like this.
Yeah.
And if you like frame trap and see that they don't mash, you know what you should do? If they're not mashing, and because of the threat of the frame trap, right? That means that you can just take your turn back because they're giving up your turn.
You're gonna love
I mean, they're giving up their turn for blocking, basically. That means you can do something like this. So this is why 6XL2M, 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 even though it's not plus, it's very strong. Because freaking Siegfried, if you guess wrong, can take you into a full combo.
Yeah. That's kind of what he does.
So yeah, no, so
Oh.
you should like do 6XL2M until your opponent wants to mash, and whenever you think that they're gonna mash, you can just do this. So for example, you do 6XL, 6XL, 6L2M, 6L2M, or like, and then you do like this, right? And you catch some lacking basically, and then you get a frame trap, and then because if you frame trap every time, they're not gonna mash on your frame trap, right?
Yeah.
But if you take their turn because they're not mashing, they're more likely to mash on your frame trap, and that means that you can frame trap them, and they'll have more chance to mash. Does that make sense?
Your move.
Kind of.
Because whenever they think that they're gonna block a frame trap of yours, they're giving up their turn, right? Because if they just mash on
Yeah.
6XL, they're not, then they're gonna die, right? But if they mash on 2M, there could be another frame trap, and you want to play around like, am I frame trapping or not? take a guess. Guess or die, right? It's like if you guess that I'm gonna do a frame trap and I don't do a frame trap, I get another turn.
I
Right?
see.
Because plus frames is turn extension, right?
Succumb.
So you gotta like play around with like, do you think I'm gonna frame trap or do you think I'm not gonna frame trap? Right? And thing is, EX Fireball is good for like if you're unsure if they're gonna mash or not. Because this actually gives you your turn still. So you can do something like 6XL2M and then like 6L2M and then next time I think they're gonna mash, I do EX Fireball. If they don't mash, I get my turn.
You're gonna love this next
Still my turn. Right?
Yeah.
So that's some really strong stuff, right? And if they're not challenging your offense, right? Because they can just block forever. This doesn't do any chip. This is not threatening. This is not scary. If they're just gonna block forever and then like maybe mash when like they think they can mash and you don't do the frame trap and you get caught, you should probably go for like something like throws instead, right?
So like if they're
Yeah, like
so if they're blocking a lot, just go for the throw.
yeah, throw, right? And that lets
Yeah.
you first allow you to set up offense because whenever you throw them and they're not and they're teching, it lets you actually have a chance to open them up, right?
Alrighty.
Because if you just throw them and they get thrown, right? That means they're getting opened up by a throw, right? So then they might want to tech, right? Because they want to tech, you got to make sure that what kind of tech they're doing. So let me put on full random. So look at their tech, right? If they're not teching, that means they're not teching. I can go for another throw and see what happens, right? And if I go for another throw, I see they're teching, right? Now, whenever they do the white tech, what does that tell me? That tells me that I can shimmy them. Like 6XL, run up, back, dash, this, 2M, combo, right? Like, it tells me that they're teching, and that means I can bait it out, right? If, for example, they do attack button,
Not good.
or, hold on, whoops. Attack button, that means that they're button mashing, so all I need to do is catch their fuzzy mash. With like, run up, heavy, and like, or like, run up, heavy, right? Something like that. Or like, you can just go into like their face and just press this if they're just committed to fuzzy teching or button teching. You can just like, do that, if anything. And if you know they're button teching and that's not hitting, that means you're not delaying enough.
I see.
And same with shimmies. If they're not falling for the shimmy, that means you're not delaying enough. If you know they're teching your throw, like if they're teching every time and then like they don't fall for the shimmy, that just means you're not like if you're doing it like here from like here, that's not gonna work. You gotta be in their face. You gotta like make them like you gotta make them choose, right? And that's like really good options. Now,
Yeah.
this is where we were talking about strike throw. Strike throw is not just strike and throw. It's strike, throw, shimmy, and then punish them for the red tech, right? With like a big heavy. Now, if you do actually, this is the thing. If you shimmy a lot, you can condition them to button tech. And if they do button tech and you get a big counter hit off of it, here's what can happen in the corner.
Oh yeah, isn't this the combo you showed me the other?
Yes.
Or, like, cause you showed me a video of like you did that on a Vasaraga, right?
Yeah, no. That's exactly what I did. And this is the thing. This is the combo that you get if you catch them lacking. This only works off counter hit.
Like, what do you mean counter hit?
Okay, so whenever they're mashing a button, and at the same time that you mash a button, but yours hit first, you get a counter hit. So this is not a counter hit. This is just a normal hit. But if they're mashing a button while you're counter hitting them, you get a different combo.
Oh, like
Because
that's like when the red thing shows up, right? Like,
yeah.
Oh,
It has
okay.
different
I got
combo
it.
radius.
Love this next move.
So
I
one
see.
big thing is when you hit a heavy, you can't hit another heavy, right? But when you hit a counter hit heavy, you can hit another heavy, right? And that's the thing, or just another button because counter hits allow you to hit a second button. Basically, they allow you to hit into another button. Now, why this works is because counter hit into this actually works because of how much time you get to link into another thing, right? So then you get a combo off of this, and then boom, right? Big combo. See that?
Yeah.
Big combo. So the thing is, my favorite thing to do is I like shimmying and conditioning my opponent to not tech with a normal tech, right? If they want to tech, they got to do a button tech. right? And then I come in and I just big counter hit, and I'm like, boom, quit button pecking, you're dead, right? That's basically what it is if
I
you
see.
shimmy them a lot, you can, and they start doing this red tech, right? Because you can't just shimmy forever. You gotta, like, after you shimmy, I just suggest you go back into throwing them. Because you might get a few free throws because they might be scared, right?
Yeah.
If they continue teching, then just shimmy them again, right? The next time you get the chance, right? And if they won't quit, just shimmy them to death, obviously. But if they try to choose the button tech instead, then what you can do is you can counter hit heavy them for big damage. And I mean, there's like mid-screen combos too. I think this is like probably the best one.
Damn.
Might have gone a
Yeah, no, you get a lot of
A
damage.
lot of damage.
This is like mid-screen, so like,
Not done yet.
right? You just get a lot of damage, basically.
Yeah.
Not done yet.
I think this one. This is probably the one. Yeah, there you go. Combo limit. See that big damage from mid screen, depending on how you want to convert. If you're not gonna hit the wall, you can do something like this, right? It's Siegfried has simple combos. It's not really that hard, I'd
It
say.
looks hard.
And so you really want to cash out? Combo limit.
might have gone a bit.
See that damage? That's a lot of
It
damage.
is a lot of damage.
So yeah, if you catch them lacking with a counter hit, never let them get away with it.
Yeah.
Always convert good. And I mean like good. Kill, like, if they're in kill range, you should kill them. That's like my honest advice. And Siegfried has really easy combos. Like, do you know how easy Siegfried's combo is?
I've heard they're easy, but
Okay.
I'm just
The
not
most
good at
common
combos.
thing that happens in corner is they get hit by this 2M, right? Because they're like trying to mash out of your pressure. Because you just
Yeah.
do 2M. If they ever get caught by a 2M or 2M to this, right? This is like the most common thing. This is your conversion. Raging Strike, light into Raging Strike, into Fireball, into Super. That is all. That is... And then after this, guess what? You get a safe jump. Right? You know what a safe jump is, right?
No.
Okay, I'll explain. So, let me just make them DP. So you saw clearly that when I ended that combo, that jump hit them, right? Okay, watch. Oh, what the?
Uh-oh.
Whoops. My bad.
Oh, you're good.
Bro. Okay, hold on. Light into Raging Strike, into Fireball, into Heavy, into Super, right? Now you get a safe jump with medium, right? So if you jump in, right now. So right as the super ends, you jump in and you hit a button, you get
Oh.
a safe jump, which means that you block the DP, and if they try to mash, here's what happens. So
Not done yet.
You fix me.
if they mash a button, what'll happen is they will get counter hit,
Damn.
right? And that's what happens. If it's a safe jump, it beats both DP and mash. They have to block it, unfortunately.
True.
Yeah, no, it's auto time safe jump, always works. It's super good. Literally just jump right after the super and hit medium. That's all you need to do. Like this. And just like as soon as you approach the ground, basically.
Oh, thank you for the raid.
If you hit it
Also.
too early, it won't safe jump anymore. By the way.
You're gonna love this next move.
So yeah, you have to time the hit at the last second right before you hit the ground, and it should be a safe jump.
Yeah, so like you can't hit it
You can't
like
just
right.
mash it like
Yeah, you can't hit
Yeah,
it
you
right at the top. You have to wait till you're like
that.
almost landing to the ground. Yeah.
And that's how you get a safe jump. But the thing is, learning this technique allows you to get a a really strong option that beats DP and it beats mash.
Yeah.
That's like really good, because that forces them to block. So yeah. Also, whenever you're safe jumping, you should always be holding back because that allows you to block
Oh.
the DP.
That isn't gonna like mess up the jump or anything.
No, if you're already jumping in the air and you hold back, nothing's gonna happen.
Oh, I see. So you have to do
Yeah,
the
so
jump.
look at my
you have to.
look at my controller.
This next move.
Oh, I
Like that.
see. So as long as you like activate the jump first.
Yeah. As long
Okay,
as you
I
did
see.
jump first and you hold back, it should automatically hit the opponent and block the DP at the
I
same
see.
time.
Okay.
And it also beats supers. So, yeah. It's kind of goated.
Love this next move.
It's pretty goated.
Yeah, we love our safe jumps here. Also, after
Yeah.
every single throw, you get a safe jump. After every throw, you get a safe jump. See that?
Damn.
So it hits, right? And then if I do on wake up,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
you know,
And then you
after
can
every throw, you get a
punish.
safe jump. And you get a punish. So if you throw them, I honestly recommend you safe jump them. But it really depends. But safe jump is a good option when you do throw them. But remember, when they block your safe jump, they can brave counter.
I see.
So that is the one option that does not cover brave counter. I mean, if you know they're
Wait.
gonna brave counter, you just do this and then dodge. It'll just kill. It'll kill their brave counter as well.
Oh, so I was about to ask, like, does the brave counter win out there, or not? Or would the safe jump thing win?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What?
Try again.
Look at the frame data.
Try again.
It's
Are you
even?
serious? Yes. Or
Oh wait. Oh,
it depends.
wait, is it
It
just
really-
variable?
No, depending on when you dodge,
Oh.
and also like where the height you were at is. So
That makes
yeah,
sense.
no. So you gotta hit at the absolute end, and then like, or maybe heavy will work better. Oh, heavy works better.
Love this next move.
I'm actually pretty sure you can safe jump with heavy. Yeah, actually use heavy instead. I'm 100% sure because it's basically the same
Wait,
hitbox.
oh, so when we do a safe jump, use heavy instead of medium?
Yeah, use heavy.
Try again.
Because
Well,
okay, let me test it. It should be the same thing, if anything better. So on wake up, bracing sword. Yeah, no, that works. Yeah, heavy works.
what about light?
First heavy works. Light, let me see. But I think heavy is just better overall.
Fair enough.
Use your head.
Yeah, heavy works. Right, light works. Yeah, light, medium, heavy all work.
Alrighty.
But which
Yeah,
one do
so
you think
that's
is better though?
Huh?
Alrighty.
You said heavy's the best one?
Yeah, heavy is the best one because if they actually get hit by a counter hit, you get the most damage.
Okay.
But yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Heavy is probably the best one. And it also is the most plus out of all of them. Because if you land on the absolute edge of it, it's plus 10, I think? Or maybe even more plus, depending. Plus 12.
Clunk says heavy would be better so your combo doesn't scale harshly.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Heavy scales the most. Okay. So, if you see I'm gonna do a combo, right?
Okay.
Without counter hit. So, heavy does... let's just do a super just to quickly end it off, right?
Okay.
Heavy does Heavy does 7,500. Let me do the same combo but with medium.
Oh. I think I understand now.
It does let me see. So heavy did 7,500, medium did 7,000.
Oh,
And then light
okay.
does way less. Look. There. See, this is light, so light skills a lot less too. Light does only
yeah, it doesn't do as much damage.
it does around 7,000, but if you start with 6XL, it's even less. What the?
Uh-oh. Rip.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. His combos are not that hard, I'm just dropping.
No, it happens. Happens.
So let me see. 6XL does only 6,000. That's like 1,000 less than medium. So yeah, depending on where you start your combos, like for example, if you get 66H instead, this is like way more. Right? We're talking like how much? Hold on, I need to hit on the second hit. Or actually, auto combos. Forgot about that. So compared to the 6XL one, the 66H does like
1,000 more damage almost.
like almost 2,000 more, if anything.
Woo, that's a lot.
And I think if you don't do the auto combos, it should do more. Because combo, because of how you know, scaling works.
Yeah.
Now I did more. Yeah, no, that's the thing, right? That exists, right? So yeah, we're explaining off basic offense. How do you feel about it? Like, how would you open your opponent up?
Well, I think you said 6XL is a pretty good option, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and again, I need to be using that more. Like, I know it's a good option, but I just sometimes forget that it's there. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you should be using it a lot more, especially to start your offense.
Yeah. And then you said that, but if they end up blocking that, you can always just, do like a shimmy, right?
Oh, if they block the 6XL, right? It's your turn. Right?
Yeah, and then you can just kind of do whatever,
That
right?
means, yeah, you can do whatever. You can frame trap if you think they're gonna mash. You can throw if you don't think they're gonna mash. You can shimmy if you think they're gonna try to tech your throw. And you can delay your button if you think they're gonna fuzzy mash or button tap. And you get a lot of offense options off of that, right? Just off 6XL alone. Now obviously, your opponent might DP on your offense. So this is where the other thing comes to mind, right? Defensive offense. So
What?
basically, like, you can 6XL, if you think they're gonna DP you, just wiggle. And then, like, 6XL again. Basically, until, like, you think they're not gonna DP you. Like, for example, you 6XL, just and then just 6XL again.
Yeah.
Because, like, if they choose to DP, you'll block it, and if they don't choose to mash, then you can... If they choose a block, you can go in 6XL again. But obviously, you'll get caught by a fuzzy mash, right?
Yeah.
Or if they're just mashing, right? So you're giving up your turn to stay safe against a DP. But usually it's more of a call-out than anything, right?
So you said, okay, so 6XL, step back a bit, and then do it again?
Yeah, that's like one of your options if you think they're gonna DP. Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously you have a lot of options. Like you can do a frame chop, you can 6XL again if anything.
Or
you can
6XL
frame
into
chop.
2M? Right?
Yeah, 6XL into 2M, 6XL. This is not a frame chop, this is fake. But they can mash this, but if they respect it, you can 6XL, which is funny.
Wait, what's... I know this has been explained to me before, but... I kind of already forgot. What's a frame trap?
Oh. Okay.
Like,
Okay,
I
what
kind of
happens when-
understand it, but...
What happens when Jita mashes on 6XL and you mash 2M?
She gets hit?
All right.
Yes. That is a frame trap. So basically what's happening is Jita is mashing on a gap, right? That you
Mhm.
gave them, right? That there's a gap in this thing, right?
Yeah.
There's because Jita can't mash an auto combo. See, Jita can only mash after the auto combo. So auto combos are not frame traps.
So...
Right?
Oh, so basically... A frame trap is, like...
An
Getting your...
intentional gap that you leave or that like exists that your opponent can press a button, but your button will hit first.
I see. So you're almost like trying to get them to press a button so you can punish them? Right?
Yeah, because if they mash on a frame trap, they'll get counter hit.
Okay.
So your opponent will not likely mash on a frame trap. For example, if you just do light into heavy and your opponent mashes, they'll just die. Like what? Like see this? Like if, for example, if you go like, if you think, okay, your opponent, you tick throw your opponent from light, right? Your opponent's sick of it. So they're gonna mash, and you think they're gonna mash, right? What's gonna happen is if they mash light and you call them out for it,
Yeah.
bonk, 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 bam, boom, bada bing, bada boom, and
No sacrifice is too great.
Siegfried monkey mode. I don't know.
Siegfried is
That's all I have to
monkey.
say about it.
Why you?
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
it's just like-
wrong.
So if you catch them mashing, they will die. They will explode. So every time, so 6XL into this is a frame trap. 6XL into this is a frame trap. If you're close, like if you're closer. 6XL into like this is a frame trap. 6XL into this is a frame trap. It's just plus. Right? Heavy is a lot slower though. See, it's a 17 frame button. Well, this is the 8 frame button, and this is a 9 frame button. So how it works is like
Your move.
you're only +2 here. If you press a 17 frame move, that means your opponent can press something that's faster than 15 frames and hit you first. And Jita has a lot of things that's faster than 15 frames. This is 8 frames. This is 12
Yeah,
frames.
that's pretty
10
fast.
frames. So, but if they press on only 8, if they do this, if you do this, right? So it's +2 into 8 frames. So they have to press a 6 frame button that is this range to hit it. But the thing is, their only 6 frame button is far light, and here's what happens when they press it. They won't hit it because they're out of range. Only if you
Oh,
do it
I
in their
see.
face, I think. Or even on their face, see, it hits on the same frame because they need to press a 5 frame button, if anything. It hits on the same frame and it crushes because you're pressing medium while they press light. So how the crush system works is heavy crushes. Heavy and unique, I think, are the same, but heavy crushes medium and medium crushes light.
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense. Like, I
this-
know
this will
that.
crush.
But... Also, someone in my chat said, unless they fuzzy mash, in which case it doesn't work, like LDP should be 6 frames and be enough range. And also,
LDP?
Thespian said that they were playing your Siegfried the other day and that your Siegfried is sick. Just thought
Oh
you
yeah,
would know
light
that.
DP does work. Holy!
Yeah.
What the? What
So
the?
hi
Wait, hold on.
Beatrix, hi Thespian.
Oh, okay. So light DP will only work if I delay it. If I just mash 2M, it will not work. If I just mash the hell out of it. Hold on. Oh, okay. So if they're in, okay, it's not mash. Okay, it's okay. So if you're too close, it will hit. But if you're really far away, like max range, we're talking max range, it will not work. I think it will not work. I think. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's because the farther away you hit 6XL, the more plus it is. So +2, +4. See? Sometimes your 6XL, depending on the range, will be more plus. See that?
Yeah.
+3, +4. So if you're really close, obviously it's +2. But I think if you hit it on max range, it's gonna be +4. See that? Max range.
I see.
But obviously, if they're just constantly doing the light DP, you can just call them out with a freaking light. Like look. What the
Uh-oh.
No, I don't believe that works. There you go. See that? See, and you get a combo. Maybe this will work.
Yeah,
Okay, never
Beatrix
mind.
also says light DP is priority 4 and beats heavy buttons.
Damn. I see. Light DP is just goated, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe it's better than I thought, because based on what you said earlier, it seems like heavy DP is the best, but maybe there are some good use cases for light DP.
Oh. They might be. Yeah, no, that's the thing, right? It's just there's a lot of different uses for different things.
Mm-hmm.
But light DP on whiff is death, so I don't think most people throw out that risky option. Because if they
What,
just do
wait.
light DP, right? And you do nothing, you can kill them for it. So this is risky. For the reward it gives of 500 damage, I don't think that's worth it. Because here's what happens when you just don't do anything. What the? Yeah, in the corner you go. Yeah, no, that's what happens when you just throw out that, I guess.
Yeah, Beatrix also said no one even knows it's priority 4, so it's not a scenario you can expect.
I mean, yeah, it is not a scenario you can expect, but it's so bad. It is so bad. Like, look at this. If you whip this, you die. If I block
Yeah.
it, you die. Doesn't matter, you die either way. Like, what?
Just not worth it.
It's not worth it. Nobody will throw this out, I swear. 99.99% of the people will not throw this out because of how trash it is.
Yeah.
Like, sure, it has priority, but if I just block, you die.
True.
For 500 damage, what's the trade-off?
Yeah, like death, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's not worth it. That's not worth it. You gotta consider risk and reward before you do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That gives, like, trash reward. Like, it's worse than Brave Counter. Let's see, how much damage does Brave Counter do? 500.
Yeah, so it's about the same.
It's about the same as Brave Counter, except Brave Counter doesn't kill you.
True. Brave Counter's a
Brave
lot more
Counter's good.
safe, yeah.
You know, that's just a trash option. Do not ever throw that out, I swear to God. If you throw that out against me, I will first be annoyed, and then I'll wait for you to do it and then die.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it can be a conditioning tool, but it's just, is it really worth throwing that out? I don't feel like it's worth it. I would never do that. I will be honest.
Yeah,
For
I mean,
me,
that's
that
fair.
risk and reward, you're better off just mashing. Yeah, no. That's like some like Siegfried, like, it's just how good are you? Siegfried is just super strike throw fundamental, like, required. It's just like, how good are you at strike throw? Right? How good are you at like doing this? How good are you like calling the fuzzy mashes out? And that's how you get like really good. So like, if
Yeah.
I take a look at like some like of my replays on Siegfried, because I've been playing Siegfried, right?
Esports are a kind of show
So let's just like take a look at, so I've explained everything to you, right? So now let's take a look at like what my gameplay looks like
Okay.
show you what I mean, right? It's like there's like some example, a really good example got deleted because of the update, because
Oh no.
you know, I mean I'm not super great at Siegfried, so like obviously I'm losing, but like let me see if I can find some good matches.
So Beatrix said Brave counters still kill you, but it depends on the character who does it to you. Against Eustace, he eats Brave counters for breakfast.
Oh yeah, this is a good replay. Oh wait, but this is like, I think we were in like,
Siegfried.
I think we were in like, we're in like, we've been playing a ton of games, so this is like mental stack on 40. So let me tune that back a bit. Let me tune that back a bit.
What?
It's because we played a lot of games before this.
Oh, so maybe show like the first game you guys played.
Yeah, something like that. This person's really good, but you know, I lost, but like still, I'm just like showing some good replays I had. Right?
Wait, is this showing like the buttons they're pressing, like that are being pressed right now?
Yeah, you can see those too. Yeah, see.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
So obviously, like if you pay attention, right? They caught my fuzzy mash, right?
Yep.
And now I'm in the corner, right? It's a double-edged sword because delayed buttons.
Oh, and hey, you
delayed
use
6
that
itself.
jump to get out of the corner.
Yes. Uh-huh. So yeah, do you start to see some patterns?
Yeah.
I think that was a misinput. That was a misinput.
Happens to the best of us.
Happens to the best of us, unfortunately. I pressed 2M, I got 214. Yeah, DP. And then I thought they might DP, so I was like, but I got mashed instead, so that's what happened. Or no, I think I tried to go for a throw, maybe. Yeah, no. 6M. Safe jab. I kind of just whiffed my jab and expected something. And I get a counter hit here, so yeah, good, I guess.
Oh, there's that combo you showed me. Or most of it.
Once again, so what I did right there was I intentionally whiffed a light, so it baits out DPs basically.
I see.
But besides that, like besides the safe jab thing, you're starting to see like a small bit of pattern inside like my offense. This is actually really bad showing right now. Oh yeah, see they mash in the frame trap.
You can show something else if you want. I mean,
I think this is not that horrible. Oh, see the whiff punish, right? Like delay 6XL, the whiff punish, running offense, throw. Trying to look for that, any like button presses, mash on wake up because they thought I was gonna DP.
Damn it!
They mash on.
Yeah. See, I mashed on wake up, right? Yeah. No, I mashed on my wake up.
Amid the smoke,
And I converted into Raging Strike, and that's how I got that kill right there.
I see.
It's rare I meet an opponent that.
Oh my god, these games are fast though.
I know, like it's
This
so
is like
hard
really
to,
high level.
It's so hard to follow what's going on. Like I'm trying to, but
Believe in victory.
I think it might be better if I just turn down the inputs because this might look like this looks a lot better to watch.
yeah. Okay, so there's your 6XL.
Right, so we're like kind of just running offense on each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I got caught by my run, right? And obviously I got baited out with my DP.
Yep.
And then I get supered. So I'm in the corner.
I love when
Yeah,
that
that doesn't hit.
happens. Like the back-to-back beat brave counters.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, I get the combo off the frame trap. And then I get the counter hit. I caught the mashing. So yeah.
Battle 2. Engage.
But generally, you can probably see a pattern of like my offense.
Great.
Yeah.
Not quite. Great.
I'm hesitant to tech throws because I don't want to get baited. But yeah, DP out because I'm sick of it.
So you did.
You know, offense.
Yep. So you got you used 6XL and then you went into 2M.
Oh yeah, but I got caught by my fuzzy mash there. But I got the punish here, right? That was -6, so I got the punish into the corner. Right, I'm trying to bait out their fuzzy mash. I mean, right? See, I'm just. Oh. Okay, I can see why I won that.
Oh yeah.
the big slam. God, Siegfried is just. Siegfried is a funny character.
He's something.
These replays are high level, but let me see what else. Oh god, sticks.
Wooby Ruby.
Lol, I've been losing on ranked. I'm not really that great with Siegfried, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, you're a lot better than me. Yeah,
Let me see.
and I've been playing him a lot longer than you. Oh, hey, there's the matches from Thespian. Like, Thespian was in my
Yeah.
chat earlier saying that, like, they complimented your Siegfried, saying that's pretty sick.
Oh, which one? Who are they?
Thespian? Like, I have no idea. I just saw the name. I didn't catch
Let me find them.
what character they play. I don't know if Thespian's still here or not, but... Oh, they also play Siegfried.
Oh, Thespian. Oh,
Oh, yeah!
I remember now. Oh my god. Oh, I think those are just fun. Like we're not too serious. Okay, I think this one might work. Actually, no.
Oh, 2 booty shots. I know them. That's Morphtronic.
Yeah, that's more. I mean, if you want, I can show my games against more if it's funny.
I mean, it's up to you. Like, I feel like I'll still learn no matter what you...
This is my ranked match
Show
today,
me.
this morning.
Siegfried
Okay.
versus Catalina.
Catalina busted top tier.
Yeah, like, Prada won the last Chrysalis Cup with, her Prada. Or with her Prada, her Catalina.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's got some good
Running
options for
offense.
sure.
Yeah, I got that counter hit.
Now or never.
Right? They're kind of dodging at random, so the offense works, but I accidentally got combo limit.
Yeah.
That was a misinput.
Yeah, it happens.
I don't know what I was doing. I think I was mashing on that. No, I got the fuzzy mash into the heavy, raging strike into heavy.
My turn. Battle 2. Engage.
I think they try to do something on wake up. Oh, counter hit. I dropped it though, but they mashed again. And then now that's the reason why they die.
Yeah.
I dropped it and they try to mash again. And I'm just like, are you crazy?
Never expected a second time.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just like, oops, I dropped it. Here's another heavy. And you mashed on it, so you died. Yeah, no, for sure. It's kind of funny, yeah.
Yeah.
Catalina. Believe in victory.
No, I'm like kind of new to Siegfried, but I'm trying with him.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
no,
off to a
see?
great start. I mean, you already got him to
Six-
Masters.
Yeah, just it's kind of hard to like, but yeah. See, guessing some offense here, going for the strike throw. Gets
Oh,
DP'd.
you got caught on the mash.
Unfortunately, gets caught by the fire or whatever. I'm just kind of trying to get out of the corner at this point.
Man, they're
Brave
real.
counter,
Yeah.
throw, strike throw. And then into the corner you go.
Oh. How come you use Brave counter there?
Oh, I think I tried to do 2H if I pressed the medium instead.
Oh,
You used Brave counter there, so because I wanted to keep them in the corner.
I see.
Yeah, remember that one situation I told you?
Battle 2.
Where
Yeah.
it's like you can put them in the corner.
Like, for the record, when I ask questions like that, I'm not trying to be, like, condescending. I'm just, like, trying to understand
Oh yeah,
like,
no, I'm
why
trying
you're
to explain them to
doing
you.
certain things is all. Like,
That's what I think. That's the thing I want you to ask
Yeah.
because then I can explain. Oh well, they mash on the frame trap. Yeah, into the combo you go.
it's the blender.
Death comes for all. I think you're dead here.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you're not. But look. So what I was going for there was I was expecting to block it, so I could chip kill, but they got hit by it, so they died.
And Beatrix said it's beneficial to lab resets in Oki, but no one does. That Beatrix, for example, didn't use a single setup, Oki, safe jump, or reset, but only used 6XL the whole set.
Anyways, called them out for the DP for the first time because I had enough of it. Into the combo you go.
Yep.
This is the only combo I use for Siegfried if it's not counter hit.
I see.
Safe jump, and then I caught them trying to tech with a button,
I failed.
and they died because you saw me. I walked back, I walked forward, and I walked back, right?
Yep.
And then they exploded because they pressed a button.
Strangers.
So that's, I mean, it works.
Are strangers.
So I'm just telling you everything that works. Anything that doesn't work, I'm excluding it out. So this is all the stuff that I personally use. Right?
I see. Do you think it'd be
And that's-
helpful to say things that don't work, or do you think it's better to reinforce what does work?
Well, it's like you should test what works for yourself. But these are the options
Oh,
I've
I
played with,
see.
and I've noticed that that has worked for me, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And because I played with these options, I'm telling them to you because I know they're good.
Gotcha.
And now you just have to learn how to work with them. If it's not working, it could be because of a bad decision, a bad choice, a bad guess, or wrong timing. So you gotta learn how to use it on your own terms.
Yeah.
So that's what my homework is, because like I chewed out you a lot today. Oh my god. I fed you
Yeah.
so much information.
Yeah.
And now I want you to like take as much in as possible, and then reform, and then rework, and then go into ranked and see what happens.
Yeah. So
Like
I guess.
play matches that with this in your mind, and then try it, enable it, and then head into ranked.
Yeah. So this was a lot. Like, if it's not too much trouble, are you able to maybe like send a recap of what
nice
you,
to meet you.
or is that too much? Like, or I can always
I mean,
go back
I
to the
have like
VOD if
you can always go back to the VOD, right?
yeah. Because
Because like
I'm gonna.
I don't know if I can edit this out and like go for freaking whole entire because this whole entire session is just me info feeding you.
Yeah. Because it's a lot, you know? I'm like, oh, there's times I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to remember all this.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's a lot, but I mean the VOD exists, and if you have questions like, oh, I'm struggling to open my opponent up, then you can ask me.
Yeah.
And also we can like after you've taken this into concept, and once you feel more confident with it, and you still feel like you struggle, that's when we can do replay reviews.
That comes before it.
Yeah,
know.
because, or I guess, do you think I should practice this in the lab or do it in a match? Or I guess I don't, how do you think I should go about applying all of that?
I feel like you should first like just feel out how to do strike throw and how to pressure in the lab. And then once you got that understanding of like how to press these buttons in combination, and the feeling of how like press and like 6XL constantly, and like go up for strike throw, tick throws, etc. And then try to do like shimmies, even though you're the bot won't respond with anything, obviously. But you can try to attempt to shimmy. And then once you do that, you can try and attempt it on real players. And if you keep getting hit, you have to adjust, right? If you keep getting punished for things you do, you have to adjust. Like for example, if you keep failing your shimmy, have to adjust, right?
Yeah.
It's like, because there's different timings to everyone, and there's also different timings to shimmies, so you just have to adjust to how it feels. And once you got those match experience, and especially like when you're doing this in real matches, you can figure out like how to actually do it.
Okay.
And I guess that's like the biggest thing. It's just like how to play Siegfried. You just have to learn from your like matches. Like you have to learn from like playing them and how you execute things, and what is working and what isn't, and then you recreate those things, and then you win.
Yeah.
And then boom, you just get good off after like experience. Yeah, no. Today you took a lot in. You took a lot of defensive options. You learned what a shimmy is. You established strike throw. You understand how like frame traps and like pressure is like much better, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I think what I'll probably do is like, just cuz like I'm a visual learner, maybe I'll go back through the VOD, maybe take some note, like put it in a document so I can like reference it.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Because you're a visual learner, I think streaming it would be the best idea, right? Explaining the concept on stream. Like
Yeah.
streaming it via even though we're not in a match, I'm trying to give some like idea. I'm
Yeah,
trying my best.
for sure.
The matches I had against K10 got deleted. Those were the perfect matches that I could explain.
Ah,
Unfortunately,
damn, that
I don't have them
sucks.
anymore. Like I honestly
Unfortunate.
I tried saving them, but like I swear to God,
Kind of showbiz too, you
this
know.
replay cannot be viewed. I'm just pissed.
Bro, I would have been livid.
You know, I saved these replays. I'm like, what the hell?
It sucks that they didn't save.
You know, they didn't save. These all are not saving. And it's like, what the heck?
Man.
You know, these are some good old replays I saved. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the bad part about, like, patches and stuff, is all your replays go away.
You know, but I mean, I hope you like get a better understanding because this is like the most like important thing to learn in this game, especially for like Shoto because like they're very honest with their offense, where
Yeah.
like they don't have a lot to open people up with. So yeah, that's like basically all I have to cover for today at least.
Okay.
If it's not your day, don't worry. Have a cozy little sleep and
Yeah.
wait for the sun to
There's
shine
definitely a lot I need to
tomorrow.
chew on.
I'm actually really glad I got this covered in like under 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. Like, you did great. Yeah, because my OBS says I've been live for about hour, 40 minutes. And that
Hmm.
includes, like, when I was running my, stream starting soon screen, so it was more like hour and a half.
Wow.
So, yeah, kudos to you for
Put on some
throwing a lot
riders.
at me in
Get
a
your
short
ticket
amount of
to
time, like, and not,
Yeah.
taking
Now
too
it's just
long to
up to
explain.
you for trying it.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything else you would like to do for like more question?
Not that I can think of. I'm the type of person where, like, I need to, like, try it. Like, I learn by doing type thing, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll need to, like, put it into practice, and then if,
It's a party all day, every day,
Yeah,
baby.
that's what I mean.
and
I'm
When
telling you
girls,
to
they're
try it because
always
that's the best way to
ready to
learn.
celebrate.
yeah.
Yeah, no. But yeah, big thing is always like figure out what attack your opponent is doing because that's the best way to open
Mhm.
your opponent up. And then just play around with frame trap pressure.
Okay.
Lucky Cookie Vicky.
Sounds good.
Also, if they block every single one of your frame trap, it means that you're not throwing enough.
Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I think you did mention that.
Yeah, that's like another big thing that a lot of people struggle with. I learned that the hard way because I lost a lot of matches because I never established strike throw. I only when I was on CAG especially, I just never threw. I just kept doing CAG things and it was just all blockable, no threat.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all I have to cover.
Okay. Well,
Um, man, congrats on taking your first Siegfried
Want to
101.
meet the other divine generals?
yeah, like,
Shrine is your stage.
I've always been on the other end, like your end, because I taught, like, Jordan Reynolds, like, very basic stuff, like nothing like this. Um, and then I taught
No, this is like
my
the-
other friend who's new to Grand Blue and fighting games, like, very fundamental stuff. So yeah, it feels
I
good
think
to be the one being
what I
taught.
gave you is like fundamentals that are required to get into high level.
Yeah.
High level is very, I guess like there's a lot more to high level than just this, but this is like the requirement to even be considered high level.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the bare bones of high level. There's way more stuff that's character specific that go into high level, and that's where like things come in that are like crazy, right?
Yeah. And
Because obviously each character has their own shine.
right, because the biggest thing, because it's like I've said on my stream before, I think my neutral, my fundamentals, that's always been pretty solid, but I think that's carried me as far as it's going to. So now I need to start, like you said, learning the more stuff to get into the higher level. Like I need to go
So
beyond just like the neutral.
this is not just so most of the stuff I taught you in the offense especially, it's not just fundamentals or neutral, it's technique.
Old Shrine is your stage.
A lot of weaker players don't have technique. That's like the only one thing I'd say. It's like, do you have technique to counterplay everything? Like if you see your opponent playing this one thing, do you have the technique to counterplay that? And the more technique you have, the stronger player you are.
It's a party.
That's what I'm going to be honest with. It's just all about technique.
There's always a reason to celebrate.
How much technique do you have? And once you're able to master a lot of technique that put under your belt and know when to use them, that's when you can get really, really good.
Yeah, because I don't really have. That's my biggest thing I've noticed is I don't really have a strategy. I kind of just, throw out. It's almost like it's like throwing spaghetti at a wall, seeing what sticks type thing.
Yeah, no. You want to do things that force your opponent into doing things that you want them to do, and they explode them for doing that.
Yeah.
So if you keep throwing them, you want to make them tech. If they tech, then you can shimmy them, and then if they get hit by a shimmy, they explode. And then if they don't want to get hit by a shimmy, they got a button tech. If they button tech, then you can run up heavy, counter hit, and explode them even harder. And it's like, oh, great, there you go. And then now they'll have to guess. It's like, do I want to tech? Do I want to take throws? Do I want to oh my god, what's happening? And then if they're smart, what's gonna happen is if they're smart, they'll stop. Or they'll switch between button tech and normal tech to not get shimmied and then die instantly, or to not get counter hit. It's more unpredictable. What you can do is you can run up invincible. It's kind of funny. I got a few clips.
Looks like you got a surprise waiting in your gift crate.
Does sound
Let me
pretty
pull them
funny.
up. There's some stuff I think I can pull up. What do I have? Let me go on my Twitter.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time.
There's a recent clip that I have. Actually, let me just send it to you. Why not?
Okay.
So this wasn't on Siegfried, but it's kind of the same concept. Obviously, you're not gonna have the same thing, but you'll see what I mean. What I mean that this is a funny clip. Here you go.
Oh, you sent it in my chat. Okay. No
I slapped in your chat because I was in the browser.
All right, let's.
This is a hilarious clip though.
You want to meet the other divine generals?
Oh no.
Old Shrine is your stage.
There we go.
Chat, my chat. If you're curious about the clip, here you go.
Why is it so pixelated? Hold on.
It might be because you just loaded it in full XR.
Oh.
That Bilal is me. Don't ignore the name, by the way.
Here,
You
turn
know
it down
what
a
makes
bit.
or breaks a show? Hard person comes before it.
Well, I don't know why it's so. Oh, there we go.
I guess I don't know why it's so pixelated either.
It's good now, but or maybe not.
Taste the lust. On the Genesis.
This is just hilarious to me.
What's this?
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just So what happened was I baited them to take the throw, and then and it doesn't matter what tech they did. They pressed a button, they die.
Oh.
And that's exactly what happened right there. He pressed a button. It was probably a throw tech. But if they try to button tech fuzzy mash, does not matter. Run up super kills all of those. All of those.
Yeah, that was.
You just need correct timing. But things like this can happen where you just come back from 1% health.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was an amazing comeback.
Most insane comeback I've had.
Yeah.
Do you know who I hit it on?
Who?
I can read the name.
Oh, you did it on Morphtronic? Oh my.
It's hilarious.
Wow.
Don't you worry about a thing.
You know, it's hilarious to me.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's like just like some concepts. It's like I discovered run up super to be the option where I can't figure out if my opponent is gonna tech or not and what tech they're gonna do. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just run up super.
I mean, hey, it worked.
It works. So yeah,
You
I mean, you just
know,
have to play around with it. Everything is about timing, by the way. Everything. You have to learn the timing yourself.
Sometimes you just want to
Against different opponents, they might
Yeah.
have different timing, so you have to play around that too.
Yeah, it just
And
comes
then
down
you
to like
will eventually figure out.
matchup knowledge, yeah.
Anyways, I think that's like literally all I have to say. So I'm gonna probably like end my stream on my side.
I'm probably gonna end too because honestly, I'm really hungry. I kind of just want to chill, and like that was a lot of info to take in.
Yeah, hopefully like you
So
you can take in a bit and like yeah, but
yeah.
honestly we can raid the same people. Who do you want to raid?
Uh, let me see who's on.
Yeah, I'll raid whoever you want to raid.
Oh, oops, I didn't mean to. Ah,
Oh, interesting. There's a new person that's on the Grand Blue scene.
You know
who?
what makes or breaks a show?
I'm looking at
Hard
a
work.
person right now. Their name is VV Streams Games. It seems like they're
Oh,
new to Grand Blue. I usually like rating new people just to give like love from the Grand Blue community to like all the newcomers, so they stay in stream longer.
yeah, I'm down to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Let me
Lucky Cookie Vicky.
rate. Okay, what's their username?
Here, I'll post it in the chat for you. One sec.
Okay.
But no, I think we should rate them because I like
Sure.
rating new streamers.
Yeah,
They're small.
let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna do it first. And I'm gonna end my stream here. Goodbye, everyone.
All right, bye, Kina. I'll be following suit
Oh,
shortly.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, thanks again.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that you're able to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, later.
All right, later.
All right. Thanks again, all. Like I said, shorter stream. There was a lot of info to take in, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I know that's not normal for me, but yeah, I've just had a lot going on, like working on my resume and then all that. So, and I'm really hungry, so don't want to force it, you know. So yeah, let's go raid this new person. Show them some love for the Grand Blue community. We gotta keep this community going strong, you know. And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And yeah, talk to you guys again. Most likely I'll be on again maybe this weekend or most likely not tomorrow since that's when the local is. But yeah, anyways, that's all I got. Have a good night and yeah, bye.